This is chapter 11 and it deals with video editing. It starts on page 250. So the important thing is that we have to open things slightly different. So make sure you open your work like I'm telling you to open it rather than follow along with your book. This is really important because the end files are not on there, are not on your student Common G drive. So you're not going to be able to preview the video that you're going to create. The important thing is that we start off, we're going to be using some different panels in this project. So the important thing is that you start off with your default screen. So right now we're going to go to Windows and you're going to go to Workspace, and we're going to start off in Essentials. So go ahead and click on Essentials. Okay. If your Learn tab is open, go ahead. So if your Learn tab is open, it probably looks something like this. You want to close your Learn tab. To make things a little more condensed, go ahead and collapse your icon for your color panel. And now we've got things a little bit more condensed. All right, we're going to look at page 253, and we're going to go to Window at the top, and then Timeline to open your timeline. Mine's checked and already open, so I can see mine at the bottom, and then you can go ahead and make sure that your timeline is open so your screen looks like mine. Okay, so a couple of things that I want to review for you on your timeline is, if you look right here, this little, I'll use my pointer, this little arrow is your play button. So we're going to be using your play button. Well, we're not going to be able to look at your playhead yet. So we'll come back to your playhead. We'll come back to some of the other objects on here. Okay, so we're going to skip over to page 254. Go ahead and look at page 254. And we're going to go to the to create a new file. So on page 254, we're going to go to File, and then we're going to go to New. And you have a page that's open that looks something like this. File, New, and now you have a new page. Okay, so the name of this piece, you're going to go ahead and title it. We're going to call it 11 Working. Click Film and Video in the document type bar at the top of the dialog box. Here, Film and Video. In the blank document presets, select preset selection, choose HDV-HDTV 720 pixels. So I think it's your second one over. Go ahead and click on that. It's going to pre-format our video for us. To accept the default settings for the other options, you're going to click on Create. Okay, so now you have a video started that looks something like this. Okay. Choose File, and then you're going to go to Save As. You want to navigate over to your student H drive, so that's your drive with your ID on it. Go to your Computer Graphics folder. Go to your Book Tutorials folder, and then you're going to save it in your Book Tutorials folder. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and change our workspace again. We've worked with several different workspaces, so hopefully at this point you guys are understanding the difference, that your tools slightly changed to help you out with whatever type of project that you're working on. So we're going to go back to Windows right here, and then we're going to go to Workspace, and we're going to click on Motion. And once again, your tools, your panels have slightly changed. Okay, so pull the top edge of your timeline panel so that the panel occupies the bottom half of the workspace. And my timeline has changed, so I need to reopen mine. So I'm going to go to Window and then go back to Timeline. So here's my timeline panel. So what your book wants you to do is expand this. We're going to have several different bars in here. So expand it, make it a little bit bigger so we can clearly see what's going on. Okay, we're going to click on our Zoom tool in our tool panel, and then click on Fit in Screen. That'll make our image as big as we can see it for the document size. In the Timeline panel, click the Create Video Timeline right here. Photoshop creates a new video timeline, including 2 default tracks, layer 0 and audio track. So we're going to step back just for a second, and we're going to look back on page 253 so we can review some terms. So once again, this is your play button, and over here for B, this is really important so that you know what it's called. So your B, this is the play head. So you will be able to move the play head around in different points of your video to be able to see what's going on in that video. And then you also have an audio track. So your audio track will go right here. When we upload a video, you'll see that there'll be an audio track over here. And we'll be able to import images. And when we import images, you'll have new layers. And that's pretty much all we're going to talk about for this panel right now. Okay, so let's go back to page 255. And it looks like we finished page 255. So we'll move forward. Page 256. Page 256, click the Video menu button in the Layer 0 track and choose Add Media. So in your timeline, we're going to go to the video. We're going to click this little media button right here. And then we're going to go to Add Media. Navigate to the Lesson 11 folder. So that's back on your G drive. Shift select the video and photo assets numbered 1 through 6 and click Open. So don't open the 11, but we're going to click these. So click the first one, press and hold Shift on your keyboard, and select the last one, and then you'll hit Open. All right. So now we have layers over here. We've got a lot of imported objects over here. And we're on number 6 on page 256. Number 8. Select layer 0 in the Layers panel. Layer 0. And delete. And click Delete Layer button at the bottom of your Layers panel. We'll hit Yes. Page 257, step 1. Drag the Control Timeline Magnification slider to the right at the bottom of the timeline panel to zoom in on the timeline. So right down here you've got your Control Magnification, and even in this tutorial I found that I was constantly moving this in and out so that I could see the video clips and pictures a little bit better. So you're going to drag it so that you can see all of your imported pictures and videos at the same time. Okay. Actually, we'll go just a little bit bigger because we want to be able to see the thumbnails. You can see the thumbnails now.